From third level test 1, the shoulder into half pass, we're kind of turning this around. So down the long side, you're going to do shoulder in left to P, and then P to L, half pass left. No, wait, that's the wrong way. Okay, on the right rein, let's come this way. R to P, shoulder in right, P half 10-meter circle right, and then half pass right to R. So the most common mistake we see now on the half pass is no one goes into shoulder 4 on center line first. They start going sideways before the horse actually is straight, and then the haunches lead. Okay, so technically correct, half circle was accurate, shoulder in was accurate. I'd be in the 6 or 7 range. What could have made it better? A little more balance, a little more impulsion. Okay? We have Claudia and Deborah with us, and they're 2 black horses. Okay, so both horses have a little bit of a cadence issue in the half pass. And when we see a loss of cadence or a little bit of a change in the rhythm in the half pass, we don't take that down in the gaits. It's not that the gait is irregular, all right? Irregularity in the lateral work belongs into submission. It's lack of submissiveness to the bend, okay? Lack of the horse's ability to stay supple. So Claudia, could we have you first? Are you trotting now, Claudia? Oh, I have ESP. Okay, so Claudia, what we want you to do is 1 diagonal of medium and 1 diagonal of extended. So it has the qualities of a medium, it has suspension, but it was crooked at the beginning, haunches left, and then a little wide behind. Transitions could have been a little more clear. Now this trot should go more over the ground, it should be a little flatter, it should cover a little more ground, okay? And it did cover a little more ground, but again, it needed a little more support from the hind legs. They went a little bit out behind. Okay? So Deborah, would you do the same thing for us? It's very tempting for you all to do the same trot. But we're trying to train our judges to tell the difference, because they're 2 very clear different trots, so don't try that anymore. Okay, so for me the medium was a little bit inconsistent. I almost want to tell her, but I'm not sure I should, that the horse is getting a little hollow and he's sort of lifting the neck and pulling it backwards, and then the back and the hind legs aren't involved enough. But that's my thought, but that's really not my place to say maybe you should try this, because maybe it would make it worse. But what I can tell her is that the horse needs a little more connection over the top line and a little more support from the hind legs, a little more consistency. Okay? Now, can we do a medium canter on, let's see, which way would look the best? Canter always looks better coming toward us. You'll notice that. The canter extension or medium coming toward the judge will always score higher than the one going away, because, you know, it's hard to judge your butt. You know, the horse too. So let's come on the right lead. and do a medium canter down the long side, and then MXK extended canter, collected canter, and flying change. She's waiting for you, Claudia. So Claudia, try to make really clear transitions. Maybe collect a little more now. You know, guys, aha, he says, no, circle, do it again, to circle. The corners are your friends. Everybody write that down. The corners are my friends. I should use my corners to help collect my horse. Now go. Very good. That's a nice medium. And now we have to watch the quality. Hello. You got to fix that. I'm hating that. So there goes her 8 because the transitions. Now extended. Stays uphill. Stays straight. Gains ground. Now, yippee. So she did it in the right place. The flying change, the transition and the flying change should be right when the front foot hits the wall. That should be the first stride. Same thing in first level, you know, where we have the change of lead and X, you trot and then you pick up the new lead. All of those departs should be on the same idea, that it's the first stride that hits the wall. So I liked your extended and your medium, I just didn't like your transitions. Okay? They're a little too gradual. Okay, Deborah, I'm ready, sorry. So it's straight and it's uphill, but it's cautious or modest, because we can't say boring. And so because of that, the transitions are sort of gradual as well. Okay, so a 6 and a 6. That's a nice medium, but there's no risk. And the change is a little more submissive than the other horse, but a little bit crooked. But at third level, still a 7. Okay, but for an 8, 9, or a 10, you have to be a little braver. Okay, you can't be quite so la-di-da. It has to really come. So we have one more movement that is new, and that is the single flying change. All right, so let's come off of the right. Oh, we just did the right. Let's come off of the left lead and go from P to S with one flying change. So basic methodology, if it's laid in front or laid in back, it's a 4. Okay? If it trots behind, it's a 3. If nothing happens, it's a 2. If you don't even try it, you could get a 0, but I'd probably still give you a 1 because you made it from point A to point B. All right, so we would call that croup high and together behind or square behind, but for third level, it's still a 6. Okay? The horse obviously understands the aids. He's fairly calm and quiet about them. I was more quiet that time than the other one. Okay, so a 7, uphill. It changed, it needs more, the change needs more volume, needs more expression. And, you know, I don't know, again, with Deborah's horse, you have this beautiful black horse with long legs that's coming out, and you just, Deborah, I just want to come and chase you around with a lunge whip, I'm sorry. So that's sort of my feeling. I think both horses, though, if you say what range would they be in, they would be between satisfactory and fairly good. I would say 63 to 66, because both of them they're okay, they have the balance, they understand the movements, the riders are good.